viewings, how to get the most out of them and how to make sure you end up with an offer. Hi, I'm Sam Ashdown from the AJ Mastermind here in beautiful Windermere. It's actually a really sunny day today. And in this Whiteboard Wednesday, I'm going to just quickly take you through our 5 top tips to make sure you have the perfect viewing and hopefully sell a house. Number 1, allow enough time. Now this sounds obvious, but when you've got a really large house, and we're selling some huge houses, we can't back-to-back the viewings. Much as we'd like to make it look like there's a queue of buyers behind that person and inject a little bit of competitiveness, what we find is that our buyers like to have a bit more of a relaxed feeling about the viewing. They like to be able to take their time, wander around 2 or 3 times, stand in the garden, feel what the emotions of being in that house or being around that house feel like to them. Because if we're asking them to put in an offer of 2, 3, 4, 5 million pounds, they need to consider it and they need the time and the headspace to be able to do it. You can't just rush them into the next one. So we quite often allow an hour or 2 hours or even more for a viewing of one of our homes. So allow enough time. Number 2 is lead with purpose. Control the viewing or teach your team to do this. So we teach our team exactly how to do viewings. And one of those things we say is you are in control. You're going to decide where that viewer goes and when they go there. So for example, when you walk into the house, stand in the hallway, explain what the layout of the whole house is. So you can say, okay, so downstairs we've got 4 bedrooms and a nice big kitchen. Four reception rooms, nice big kitchen. We're going to take you there in just a second. Upstairs we've got 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. So we'll do the downstairs, then we'll do the upstairs, and then we'll nip outside and then we'll come back in again. So they're leading with purpose. Now that's not always appropriate for every single viewing, but if you don't lead with purpose, what you find is you've got kids running into one bedroom, you've got adults disappearing into downstairs rooms, you don't know where they are, and you've lost control. So stick with leading with purpose and you'll control the viewing and the outcome. Avoid the garden close. It's a really easy thing to do this. If you do the downstairs, then the upstairs, and then the garden, and from the garden they can see their car, and they don't quite feel that the house is right for them, they'll probably just say, we don't need to look around again, we're just going to go because the car is right there. It's too easy to do downstairs, upstairs, and then out to the car. So we try a few different tactics to stop this happening. Firstly, we can say, like I said, about the lead with purpose, this is what we're going to do, downstairs, upstairs, garden, then back inside again. Or if you feel like you're in danger of losing them, try this. Downstairs, outside, back inside, bedrooms, downstairs into the kitchen again. That way, you've got them there to go and have another look around the house, because let's face it, usually, generally speaking, the longer they spend in the house, the more likely they are to buy it. If they're in and out in 10 minutes, they're not buying that house. So if you do downstairs, upstairs, garden, you've probably lost them. So anything you can do to interrupt that pattern or interrupt their kind of general idea of what a viewing should be with all the other agents that have been, all the other crap agents that have been around, then yours is going to feel a bit different, isn't it? Another tip actually there, which I haven't put in, is make sure you've got the brochure open on the floor plan page so they can follow the floor plans that go around, because that enables them to really get a measure of the house, and hopefully then they don't just dart off and go, because there's plenty to see. Okay, number 4 is a viewing feedback card. We've moved on a little bit from these, but they're still really useful little things. Viewing feedback card, as looks like this. Little smiley faces along the bottom. And what we do is we ask for instant feedback there and then. You know what it's like when you've done the viewing, you thought they were really interested, and they disappear into the ether and you can never contact them again. And meanwhile, your vendor's going, what do they think? What do they think? What do they think? And you feel a little bit inept. So the best way to solve that is by getting instant feedback, popping it on a card. We also text them or phone the owners and give them instant feedback, so that if you don't get hold of the buyers again for another few days, then your vendor isn't waiting with bated breath. So we've got 5 little faces here, and we only use the middle 3. Obvious reasons, maybe? Is it obvious, do you think? Mac, why we use it? Yeah, okay. So I won't go into why we don't use the outside too. And I just say things like, okay, what do you think? Is it on shortlist? And that's just a really nice little easy question. If they say no, it's not on the shortlist, then you know they don't like it. And if you say yes, it's on the shortlist, then you need to go favourite or not favourite. So that's the viewing feedback card, or any kind of instant feedback mechanism. And the last thing, and I've put it in red so you don't forget it, is ask for the offer. So Tori is a young lady here who's been with us now for about a month, and she's doing a lot of viewings and not getting any offers. So yesterday, literally, we spent an hour on how to get an offer from somebody. But actually, the most important thing you need to do is ask for an offer. I don't think that's what she's been doing. So you get to the end of the viewing and you go, so Mac, what do you think? And Mac goes, oh yeah, really like the house. Great. Are we ready to make an offer? Or, great, what kind of level of offer do you want me to put forward? Or, great, it's 500,000. What else have you looked at that's like this? Why is this one your favourite? What's your strongest reasons for wanting to offer on it? Anything that moves him along. Otherwise, he's just a serial viewer. He's looked at way too many houses with us and he's not actually committing. So you need to move them on somehow from browser to considered buyer. And that's about asking for the offer. Now, you've probably got lots of lovely, clever ways of asking for an offer. Have you taught your team? Have you taught the people who are actually doing the viewing? There's no point in waiting to get back to the office. Nobody's ever more in love with a house than they are when they're right in the house at that moment. So that's when to ask for the offer. You can consolidate it later, but get that intention off them. That's it. Top 5 tips on this Whiteboard Wednesday. Allow time, lead with purpose, avoid the garden close, viewing feedback card or any kind of instant feedback, and ask for the offer. Now, here at AJHQ, we run the AJ Mastermind. I'm sure you already know about this. You may not know though, we run some amazing events that are open to agents of all sizes, all shapes, no, it's not true, all types of agents all over the country. You can come to any of our events as long as one of your competitors isn't already booked on it. All you need to do is go to ajmastermind.co.uk/events. Is it all on these, Mac? It is. She says, all over there you go. ajmastermind.co.uk/events, and you'll find all the events that we currently have available. And all you need to do is pop over an inquiry to us or give us a call and we'll tell you whether in your area, whether anybody else has already booked on that event or whether the event is yours to book a place. We do 1 day, 2 day, 3 day events. We do all kinds of training here at AJHQ, so we'd love to see you on one of our events soon. Thanks very much for watching this Whiteboard Wednesday video, and if you've got any special requests about our Whiteboard Wednesdays, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. See you soon.